Everyone, welcome you back for the session on the basic electrical devices. See here there are seven basic electrical devices commonly used to control the fluid power systems. The first one is nothing but the a very simple one, manually actuated push button switches, the limiting limit switches, pressure switches, solenoids, relays, timers, and as well as the temperatures. You may have the question why we have to go for these what we can say the basic electrical devices. The basic electrical devices are the what we can say the heart of the systems which controls the entire what we can say the systems, either in the form of the safety, or it may be in the form of a emergency, or it may be in the form of the what we can say the failure. See the first one, the other devices normally what it is there in the case of the electrical systems are either it may be proximity sensors, or it may be the electric counters. See the first what we are discussing is nothing but the push button switches. The push button switches are the switches normally which is used to open and as well as to close the electrical control circuits. They are primarily used to start and as well as to stop the operations of the machineries. They also provides the manual override when the emergency arises. The push button switches are operated by pushing the actuator into the housing. These causes a set of the contacts open or the close. The push button switches are of two types: a momentary push button switches and as well as maintained contact and as well as detent push button switches. The momentary push button switches return to their unactuated positions when they are released. The maintained, or it may be the mechanically latched push button switches, are has a latch mechanism to hold it in a selected position. Either it may be in the on, or it may be in the off. The contact push button distinguished according to their functions. Either it may be normally open type, or it may be a closed type, or it may be a changeover type. The pressure switches. The pressure switches are the switches normally a pneumatic electrical signal converters. The pressure switches are used to sense the change in the pressure and open or the closes the electrical switches when a predetermined pressure is reached. Below the diaphragm is below or the diaphragm are used to sense the change in the pressure. The schematic diagram shows the pressure switches. When the pressure is applied at the inlet, when the preset pressure is reached, the diaphragm expands and as well as pushes the spring to loaded plunger to make or to break the contact. See, this is a schematic diagram shows the pressure switch. Here in this case, in the pressure switch, the lower portion, it is something like what we can say a concave and as well as a concave form. The below or a diaphragm is there. When some pressure is applied from the bottom, that it expands or it stretches. Once if it stretches, automatically the contact or make or the break that mechanism will takes place. Once if it is means automatically the motor it will switches on or off depending upon the type of the application in the circuit. The solenoid actuation. The solenoid actuation is known as the electrical actuation. The schematic of the solenoid actuation is as shown in the figure. The solenoid is actuated by means of the coil. A coil that too especially by means of the magnetic force, either the pull of the armature into the coil. The movement of the armature controls the spool positions. The main advantage of the solenoid actuation is its less switching time. The working of the solenoid is to shift the spool walls. The temperature switches are the switches normally which are used automatically. The senses the change in the temperature and open or the closes the electrical switches when the predetermined temperature is reached. These switches can be wired either normally open or normally closed. The temperature switches can be used to protect the fluid power systems from a serious damage when component such as the pump or it may be the strainers or the cooler begin to the malfunctions. The liquid level sensors. These liquid level sensors are also used for the measurement of the height in the case of the tanks, or it may be in the case of the system line. which addressing the various parameters such as a wide range of applications, the high accuracy needed, and also the system installations required and practice. The measurement technologies are made available at different versions. The industrial application includes the liquid level sensors, sensings, and as well as the transport tanks and the storage tanks, and as well as the water treatment tanks, and also in the case of the petrochemical industries. The liquid level measurement is a significant even in the case of the household application. The level sensors are designed for the specific application compared to a general application. The liquid level sensors measuring systems are classified into a liquid or the solid level measurement, or the point or the continuous level measurement, the electromagnetic or the electromechanical level measurements, the contacting type, and or it may be a non-contacting type. The general consideration with respect to the liquid level sensors are the selection based on the density and viscosity, the vapor mist, and as well as the dust. The third one is nothing but a chemical composition, interface, and as well as the gradients, the ambient temperatures, humidity, moistures, the processing temperature, the process pressure, the regulated environmental mode. Now what we are discussing is with respect to the point or it may be the liquid level switch measurement for the detection and as well as the systems. The liquid level measurement system, what we are discussing is nothing but a float sensor. The basic principle is nothing but a liquid level control systems is used by means of a float sensor, the working and as well as a principle by means of the buoyancy, which states a float is immersed in a liquid buoyed towards the upward direction by the applied equal force on the weight of the displacement liquid. The working, the level detection of the liquid is often done with the help of a float type liquid level switches. The float transfers on the mechanical arm, or it slides over the active switch when the level moves upward direction. At some particular point, a small magnet that varies the state of the switches when the liquid level gets moving up, and the moving it onto the original position. The type of the level sensors comes with many advantages and as well as the disadvantages. The disadvantages of these sensors are the required various mechanical equipments, especially the pressure vessels, is very difficult. The primary application of these type of sensors is in the case of either it may be a liquid or it may be even in the case of the petrochemical also. In the view of the requirement, pertaining to the increase in the usage of the sealed tanks, the current industrial systems makes these type of float method for a precise reading and as well as the accuracy. The schematic diagram shows the float type of sensors where the float is moving up. At one point, if it reaches, means at that particular point it switches off the motor that pumps the fluid into the tank. The level detection sensor is based on the capacitance type. The main principle of the level detection sensor is the principle of the capacitance level measured based on the change in the capacitance. There are two plates. The capacitance sensor, one plate acts as an insulator, the another plate acts as a tank wall. Here the schematic diagram shows the capacitance sensor depends upon the liquid level. An empty tank has a low capacitance while filled tank will have the high capacitance. The simple capacitance consists of the two electrode plates separated by a small thickness and an insulator such as the solid or the fluid or the gas. This is a schematic diagram shows the capacitance type of sensor. The next topic what we are discussing is with respect to the intensifiers or the pressure boosters. See, the pressure intensifiers are the devices that are used to increase the pressure in the hydraulic circuit to a higher value than that of the desired one. The principle of operation of the hydraulic intensifier is to take a high volume, low pressure flow from the pump and to convert the portion that is to flow required to a high pressure. A pressure intensifier is an analog to the setup of the transformer, which is used in the case of the electrical power transmission, where the low voltage is converted into a high current and converts into a high voltage at low current. The schematic diagram shows the intensifier, the pressure intensifier. Here in this case, there is a piston and a cylinder mechanism. The other end is also having a piston and a cylinder mechanism, but that is nothing but a rod end. Here, where the pressure is at P1 and as well as the area is nothing but a A1, but the other end, the pressure it will be at the P2 and as well as the area it will be at A2. The force acting at the left side is nothing but a P1 and as well as a A1, but the force is required P2 is nothing but F by A2. The types of the intensifier. The intensifiers are also classified depending upon the type of the applications. The single acting intensifier, double acting intensifier, air oil intensifier. Now here in this case, as we are learning with respect to only the basics with respect to the intensifier, we are discussing only with respect to the single acting intensifier. The schematic diagram shows the single acting intensifier. The construction of the single acting intensifier consists of the low pressure chamber of the comparatively a bigger area and a high pressure chamber which is comparatively a smaller cross sectional area. It has a piston with a two active areas. The larger end is on with a low pressure chamber and the smaller with a piston is at the high pressure area. The low pressure fluid exerts a force on the piston which is equal to P suffix P into A, the pump pressure into a bigger piston area. The same force is transmitted to the smaller side of the piston. However, since the area is smaller, the higher the pressure side is smaller, the higher pressure is developed in this chamber by the same force. Thank you.